My camera went back to being a bit red. Hello, hello.
I'm the first victim. Yes, I am. Hello? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I hear you now. Good.
Yeah.
I say I'm the first victim.
Yep. You are. No one will hear you scream.
Yeah, it's windy outside.
I think you have some sort of high-pitched whine noise going on. Is your microphone close to your speakers or something?
No, my microphone is close to the window. It's windy outside. I move it. I will move it.
Just stop. It sounded electronic. It didn't sound like wind. It sounded electronic. It sounded like your mic was picking up your speakers slowly.
No, I had headphones on.
Oh.
Shane in the house.
Live from New York.
Saturday Night Live.
It's
Monday.
Boris.
And the camel. You're frozen, Shane. If you care to know.
Shane, you're stoned. There he goes. He's moving.
Shane, can't hear you.
Strange lately.
Yeah.
It just froze.
Yeah, man. Okay, I saw CS6 in my computer, and I saw Lightroom 4. Lightroom is so confusing, I don't want to use it no more. But I like
I'm doing a 3-day workshop later in the week with...
You got bad connection.
You left us hanging there with who? He's frozen. Shane, I think you need to address your freezing. Assuming that you can hear me at all.
It just froze again.
You did.
If it freezes again, and it's a high-pitched squeal?
I hear a high-pitched squeal. I don't think it's you, though, because it was when Boris and I were alone.
I squeal!
I just muted me. It's not me. It's coming out of Boris's electronics.
It's windy outside.
I would say live from Google Plus. It's the Plus Photo Show.
Well, I have a little intro piece I play now in front of all my Hangouts.
Oh, awesome.
So it has a little music, although you won't hear the music. You'll just hear me talking. I just basically state the name of the show, the episode number, and the date, and then I turn it over to you to announce your show.
Oh, sweet.
So
we can do a little skit, and we can say live from Google Plus.
You can. Mine is just for the video for the podcast stuff. So
awesome.
So are you doing? You were training on Lightroom or something? Workshop, you said.
There's a Lightroom workshop with Creative Live Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
I mean, Lightroom looks cool. It looks easy, But most of the stuff, like, you can do in a camera raw. Like, for example, like you can sync 2 pictures together, 3 pictures
Yes,
together,
you
4. You can do a camera raw too.
Yep.
And Bridge.
There's a reason why Camera Raw and Bridge are free.
Camera raw and Bridge.
Because they suck.
But you can do the same thing in Lightroom.
Yep. Lightroom is the paid version of Camera Raw and Bridge.
So that's the way it is.
What's up, Joe?
Not too much, buddy. How about you guys?
Doing good.
I see we're already bashing some Adobe products. Is that what's
Yes.
Bashing their freeware.
Oh yeah.
I like the freeware. Raw's awesome.
I'm a lover of Lightroom.
I'm not.
You know, I like Lightroom for its organizational capabilities. It outweighs Bridge in that way, just because of the tagging and the keywording. I think that's absolutely awesome. But as far as the rendering and doing work with it, I have hated Lightroom all the way through, like every version. And I just started playing with Lightroom 4. I just downloaded it and said, okay, enough. I've just got to figure this out. And I'm digging the way that it's doing stuff.
Awesome, man.
All of a sudden, like I'm getting sold on this product. So
We should stop talking. Stop talking now.
Oh no! Oh jeez, I'm wasting all my good lines.
You know,
I learned from Keith's show. We had great conversation before the show, and it was like, oh wait, it'll just keep, and no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. So I don't know, Shane. You weren't in the last show. I told everybody just shut up.
Shut up. No one say anything.
Shut up. Don't say a word.
Keep
don't
everything
talk.
to yourselves. Yeah,
All
I'd
right,
like
let's
to
talk.
hear.
It's
I have
awesome.
yet to check out Lightroom 4. I've got to download it before the Creative Live class on Thursday.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
5 minutes.
I still like CS6.
I still don't know how
You know, and
what they're
that's
going to do for 36 hours or 18 hours.
well, there's like a ton. They got to be able to do like I don't get it. There's
I don't
a
know,
lot.
8 hours a day for 3 days? What
Yeah,
the fuck are they
that's
gonna
like
do?
they must be doing it really slow. It'll be like, okay, so now if you click on the library mode, you can do this.
You get paid by the hour?
You know what drives me crazy about it is that
Crazy.
you can't do the sort option into the develop mode. Drives me frickin' crazy. I think that is so stupid that you can't do that.
Okay, we have to stop talking photography.
Here I go. I'm off again. Like, damn it.
We need to talk. Let's see. What's been going on?
Yeah, exactly.
It's cold in New York today and windy. That's what I can tell you.
Exactly, yeah. Like, what's up
Yeah,
with
somebody
this?
said, one of my friends did a 20-mile bike ride today and was like standing up, pedaling, going downhill because the wind was blowing so hard.
Wow. What's going on? Ali and Tawni have both had to in and out.
I beg your pardon?
yeah.
All right, I need aspirin. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm more referring to the
Hey, back too.
I don't know.
Well, there we go. Hey, Tawni.
Hey.
You're in. Yay!
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my screen though. Hang on.
Uh-oh. We can see you, or at least I did, for a moment there. Now you look frozen. Oh. Keith Barrett, where'd you go? There we go.
I was trying something.
Alright. Did it work?
I was just checking if I can get rid of that hum, but it's not me. I have no powers.
What hum are you hearing?
If everybody stops talking, you can hear a high-pitched oscillation in the audio.
I haven't heard that in any of the recordings, because I know you mentioned that last time, that when people would start, you would hear something. Are you hearing them in the recordings as well?
I haven't been paying attention.
Oh.
Can I talk now?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
You just get
Boris
back
disallows it.
Speak free.
Hi, Tawni.
That's the frozen Tawni. The real Tawni has yet to arrive.
She's like a replicant.
Yeah, exactly. A wax figurine.
She is a wax figure. Boys.
It's the Tawny 2000.
Oh my
Tawni
god.
2000.
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly.
It just keeps restarting.
Oh.
Reboot your computer.
Well,
Don't
Right
open
now.
anything.
Are you good now? Oh, jeez. She just froze again.
Damn.
Dane was doing that. How did you fix it?
I willed it.
Mm.
Oh, did you will hers?
The
Yes.
Delete.
Srogi.
There.
The will of Srogi.
Hangouts have been acting temperamental again.
Oh, I got another thing to do. If I CS6, I just use a blur tool,
Mm-hmm.
and it gave me a Nick plugin for it.
Wow. And
So-
you didn't have a NIC plugin before that?
No, I have Nick plugin, but it's not installed. I didn't use it.
Hmm.
So for example, here I want to, if I can show you.
I'm using my Professor X technology powers to keep Tawni on.
Well, I have CS4, and since I put in my new hard drive, and I don't know if this has to do with my new camera too, but when I download into Bridge, it shows a document instead of an image.
Your first problem there, downloading into Bridge.
Wow!
Come on. Come
You know,
on.
I was also to be impressed that you knew the answer to this off the top of your head.
It sounds like file
Bad.
association, the way that it's associated.
Well,
It's linked to the wrong
I looked
program.
around and with my old camera, it put them as thumbnails.
Did you update?
Any settings.
Do you have the most updated version of CS4 and Camera Raw? There you go. Go to adobe.com and download the updated version of Camera Raw.
Okay. I'll see if that works.
That would be my first.
Okay.
And CS4 as well.
Okay.
And 5.
I'm just preparing my posts here. I'm gonna hit the. This is something that Dave Befford taught me. I'm gonna hit the broadcast on the Hangout now, so the people could start watching us on the Google Plus feed.
And I had a message from Mark Helm. He's joined before. He does all the
Yeah.
stuff. And he's been trying to join, I guess, the last couple of weeks, and it tells him that it's a closed Hangout.
He's not in the circle.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if we should do the old Hangouts with extras.
For the after show, you mean?
No, for the show. It's always been an open show. It's not just a
Well, I
select.
can. So when you did it to the public, or you did it to extended circles, or to a
extended circles, and circles.
Well, I can do extended circles. I just don't have the same circles that you have.
Right.
So can we at least share it with Mark so that he can get in if he decides to?
Yeah, if you can, just post his Google Plus profile link in the chat room. In the Justin TV chat room.
Are you getting that, Joe?
I'm trying to find out, what's his last name again?
Helm, H-E-L-M.
That's right, yeah, that's right. Let me just grab it.
Hey guys.
There you go.
We're just
Mr.
waiting to see if
Ali.
you're stable or not.
Yeah, exactly. We're waiting for the frown to change.
Tweets and stuff here.
Smiles? Smiles? Do we have smiles? Come on.
Smiles, everyone.
Ellie.
Smile!
Alright.
You see that, Keith?
In a second.
Okay. Sorry.
I cannot see anybody's photos on the bottom. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna mute myself for just 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Show.
I don't see it. I think you posted it in the wrong chat room. Let me see.
I posted it in the chat of our Hangout.
Yeah, which I normally, I can't use that chat, but I'll do it right now.
What, do you want me to do it in the vidcast one?
No, that's all right. I took it.
You got it?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can't use it there.
Okay.
You know, I'm thinking about doing a nightly half-hour hangout.
Nightly.
Wow.
Nightly.
That's cool.
Somebody is ambitious. Either
That's
that
why,
or they,
that's why I
or they
haven't
need-
started it yet.
Either that or you need more caffeine in your life, so you're trying to find a way to facilitate that.
Cheers.
Why will the vidcast chat not come up?
My tweet is ready. My Google Plus post is almost ready.
Come on, vidcast network chat. Let's go.
So what are you going to do for 30 minutes every evening, Shane?
It will be a photo chat. Photo chat. Daily Google Plus photo activities.
You're doing a daily show?
Oh,
I might do a daily photo show.
Your daily Shane.
hey,
Yep.
Shane.
Daily
Shane,
Shane.
Your daily Shane.
Hey,
Daily.
Joe.
Yes.
I
That
saw
would be a lot of days.
yesterday I saw a Canon 5D Mark III. I touched it. I
Mhm.
took some pictures with it. I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Mhm.
It does. Oh, Ali, you will love this camera. It does HDR right inside the camera. But
I don't like that.
no, listen. It does. You can set it for vintage. You can set it for any different things you want to do.
I've got a camera that does HDR right inside of it.
Okay,
No,
well,
They
wait,
turned a perfectly good DSLR into Hipstamatic
but
or Instagram.
listen, it takes actually about 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay, hold on. We're not recorded yet. We're talking about photography, and we're not even
Yeah,
recording.
we're not allowed. See, Joe's
see?
Joe's right.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk photography before we.
If you're gonna yell
hit
at me
record.
about talking about photography, we're gonna yell at you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what?
Keith,
I'm gonna
Keith, I
I'm
had
gonna
to.
rejoin.
It's one of the
Okay.
topics.
I'm gonna rejoin. Hold on.
Keith, I had to post it to you in a post because I can't get the vidcast chat to come up. Oh, there we go. Now it comes up.
Well,
There you
I
go.
will be gone for a while from Monday night.
There you go. It's now in the vidcast chat as well.
Don't tell me that.
I know, but I have a
Thank you.
class that's on Monday night.
Oh, okay. Class in what?
Photoshop.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going to learn Photoshop finally.
Nice. I taught a class in Photoshop today.
Oh, cool. Well, it was only offered on Monday night.
Well, there you go.
So if I ever have canceled classes, I'll let
Them? You chose them over us?
I know. I felt so bad. It was really hard to do.
What did she diss us for?
A Photoshop class.
Yeah, she's
Photoshop.
dropping us for a Photoshop class.
Photoshop sucks.
Okay, I opened up the invites more. Do you want to wait for that? Or do you want to begin?
Let's
So how long
get
are you leaving us for?
let's get her done because we're like chomping at the bit here to talk about all this photography stuff. One of us is break out. We're not gonna be able to handle this. I can guarantee.
Photography
That's right.
sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like Boris is going to talk about his 5D Mark III, and it's just going to go.
I
can
just
say that.
by the way, I just shared a post on the Vidcast Network page. I'm going to reshare on mine, and you can share that if you want. It's got a link and everything in it.
Yay!
Yay.
And I took some pictures of weed.
Of course you did.
She's laughing.
My screen share won't allow me to share Lightroom. What is up with that?
You can't share the newest Lightroom? Oh, you don't have 4, did you?
No, I don't have 4 yet.
You didn't? Did you download? You didn't download the beta?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh wait, there it is.
Okay.
Hey, we got Mark in. Good deal.
All right.
How you doing?
There's proof.
Good.
Well, I'm taking the picture, but there's proof of Photoshop teaching today.
So I'm ready to do the intro. And then as
That looks
soon as
like that looks like a priest.
okay.
Yes,
So
he is the priest.
He is?
who's going to announce the show?
Good guess, Boris.
I'll announce the show.
Okay. All right. So everybody.
What are we on, 20?
Yes. All right.
2020.
So here we go.
La 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 la.
All right, so here we go.
Tawni ties in for the 20.
Be quiet. All right, here we go. Photo Plus Show, episode 20 from March 26, 2010.
Yay! Plus photo show. I'm Shane Srogi,
I'm
and we are here. Panel.
TM.
Oh, I'm Tawni Henlin.
Keith Barrett from the
Howdy.
Vidcast Network.
Hey, yay for
This
Keith.
intro sucks.
Yeah, we're all like we've been throttled for so long.
This
we're
intro
all headed
sucks!
back. Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
That's okay. We can say live from Google Plus. I just want to say that.
Here's Srogi.
This is my new voice,
wanna do it again?
man. This is my
No,
on-air voice.
You want to do it one more time?
that's the whole idea of this. We're live.
It's just gonna suck next time.
Yeah.
Let's do this one more.
Yes,
Alright.
we would have practiced
We're
it.
so early into the recording, it'll be fine. This is
Okay.
Live from New York.
Kill it. See what you've been missing, Mark?
Here we go.
Thanks for joining. I'm sorry that you've had trouble getting in.
Okay, here we go. Photo Plus Show, episode 20 from Monday, March 26, 2012.
Plus photo show. Keith. I'm Shane Srogi.
And I'm Ali Elhajj.
Panel.
Who's supposed to tell?
You guys are all the panel. Whoever's on is in the panel.
Good deal.
Okay, I'm Boris from Brooklyn, New York.
Yay for Boris.
Yo.
See,
Pearson here.
that's how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Joe Pearson here from Ontario, Canada.
Mark Helm here from Ontario, Canada.
Yay
Tawni
for
Henlin
Canada.
here from Salem, Oregon.
Ooh.
Yay, sunny Salem.
Yeah.
Keith
Sorry.
Barrett from Orlando.
Side up.
Welcome back, Tawni.
And we are live from Google Plus.
Man, we are in a mood tonight. This is going to be something else.
It's going to be one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
They're all like this now. This is the new look.
This is the new
Show.
format for Google Plus, eh?
Yep.
Live and unplugged, and if you don't like it,
That's
go
right.
watch a different one.
That's right.
More like Uncorked.
Uncorked.
Live and uncorked.
Undone. Unhinged.
Exactly. Yikes. This is special.
We've had NASA astronauts. We've had accidents at Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
And
That was
licking
pretty
of
cool.
phones in downtown New York.
That was pretty cool. And yes, unspeakable.
We'll never get over that. I don't care how much we try.
I really wish I had seen that. You know, I'm going to have to go watch the show
It was
so I can see it.
as interesting as it sounded. So, Boris, I heard you were saying something about a 5D Mark III in the pre-show.
Yeah, I went to Alabama for a walk this Sunday, and it was 2 people with Mark III today. And the camera actually looks nice. It feels good in your hand. It does HDR for you, and it does vintage HDR. It does a bunch of different stuff. It's nice. It feels good in your hand. But if I have 5D Mark II, I will not buy it.
Really?
Yeah, because the camera is $3,500. So it will do HDR for you? Nah.
No. What about the AF?
Yeah.
Does it have a 14 EV dynamic range?
I don't have problems with my camera, so it doesn't. I know. I'm fine.
It doesn't.
It does.
Oh.
My camera takes pictures. That takes pictures too.
Camera takes pictures.
Yeah,
There you go, man. It's true. It is so true.
it is. The camera takes
You heard
pictures.
it
What a
here
breakthrough.
first.
What a breakthrough.
Take
Wow.
It takes pictures, and
It doesn't do HDR for $3,500.
but hey,
but that's not the selling point.
What's the selling point?
The selling point is now you have this awesome 61-point AF that is, that rivals the 1DX and at a price point that's.
so is the whole sensor a
It's a big red dot.
autofocus?
Wait. What's that? Nikon got like 1 million of them, right? Nikon got more than the Canon, right? Are you
I don't
gonna
think
use?
not. They don't have 61.
Are you actually gonna use all of them?
I
You
manual
use,
focus,
you use
man.
clusters. You use clusters of them, so it's nice to have the flexibility to pick a cluster or an area
Yeah.
to use it.
Yeah.
Especially in sports. Like, think of that, Ali. Like, think of you were shooting with your 5D Mark II. That's right, Ali. No, you've got
Oh,
the.
no,
Which one do you
I
got?
shoot with I have a 50D.
Right, the 50D, and it's got 9 points, right?
Yes.
It's got, yeah, the 9 points.
I'm
And you-
not used to it.
It's crazy how often you want it just slightly off of where those 9
Mhm.
points are, right? Do you ever find that? So
Oh,
you're
well,
always
yeah, I mean,
you're always recomposing just that slight bit.
to me, that's the big selling point of the 5D3. I mean, I use rear AF 90% of the time anyway, but even with rear AF, I mean, you put it on tripod and you're like, well, I want it to focus here. Well, I don't want it to focus at at 2 o'clock. I may want it to focus closer to the center, but not exactly the center. So those additional AF points in the speed, I mean, yeah, that's a big selling point for me. So
It's not that fast. 5D Mark III is was it 6 frames per second or 3?
No, not the speed of, it's 6 frames per second, not how many FPS, but I mean more of the speed of the autofocus and the accuracy of the autofocus.
That's what the 5D Mark II is totally lacking.
Yeah.
We
I
should
totally
talk
agree.
about Tawni's new camera.
Tony has a new camera.
I got a 7D.
Woo!
Holla!
Ooh.
I got it
Whoa.
a week ago today, and I put it to good use over the weekend.
Awesome.
I did. I filled
Sure.
up 10 gigs.
Wow.
10 gigs of images?
Click, 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 click.
Well, I did a hike up Table Rock, and
Oh, nice.
so I did some shooting of wildflowers and stuff up there. And then Saturday, the weather
Every
was
one of
good, so we went out and bought a
Weeds.
bunch of flowers and spent the whole day shooting macros. Because I just got a 100mm macro too.
I have the same thing.
Nice.
Wow, you got one serious bonus tax check. Holy
You got
shit.
you bought the L series or the regular one?
USA.
The L series. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know
And
you're
did
a
you get
serious
your tripod
photographer
as
when you
well,
buy
or
the
did
L
you?
series.
I got my tripod as
That's
well.
awesome.
And which tripod did you get?
I got Ollie, I got the same ball head that you have.
Ooh.
And
Fine,
then I got
RC2.
carbon fiber legs, 190 CX.
Ooh.
Oh, you went with the Manfrotto, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. That's a great tripod.
Manfrotto.
It's woman Frodo.
Oh no, and she left.
Oh,
Don't make fun of my tripod. That
There
should
you
be
go.
on the show.
yeah, that's what she's like. I've talked about all my new gear. I'm done.
Yeah.
I gotta go play with it
That's
now.
it.
I
Made
made
fun of her
them all
legs.
jealous.
Oh,
That's it.
actually-
You made fun of her legs? Is that what you just said?
Her carbon fiber legs.
Lieutenant Dan, you got magic legs.
Do photographers call their tripods sticks?
I call my
It's,
monopod a stick.
television.
You can, but no,
Oh, well, television crews do.
Not
Every-
allowed, though. I
they
mean,
do.
You may
And
listen
she's
to it.
back.
This is true.
Is she? I'm waiting. I can't see her.
Is she back?
How much you back?
She's
Welcome
hoping to
to-
be.
I thought she was back.
So-
I'm back.
So Boris, you appreciated shooting with the 5D Mark III, or did you just get a chance to like in Adorama or something to play with it?
No,
Or
well,
did
with
you-
Adorama had a photo walk.
Okay.
So it was like 15 people. It was a small walk because it was nasty outside. So there was 2 people with the camera, and I asked them if I can shoot a couple pictures. They say yes, and and it was a good experience.
Mhm.
But like I said, if I have Mark II,
Mhm.
I will not buy Mark III. Yeah, I will buy it if I sell probably my equipment and add $100,000. Maybe I will sell it. I will buy it, but nah,
So you didn't feel like the difference was big enough to
no. But
to make the
no,
jump. I mean,
no. But come on, you have a 50D, and that camera is gonna be a big difference for you.
yeah, the full frame will be definitely a huge difference for me. So
I have a 40D, and sometimes I shoot with a 40D in my 5D, and when you go from 5D to 40D, it's big difference.
Yeah.
And the way you see through the lens. Because
Oh yeah. The viewfinder will definitely be very nice.
you catch much more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, yeah, if you really don't need the AF and you're not shooting that kind of stuff, I mean, the 5D2 is not a slouch camera by any means. I mean, it's still in the lineup. They didn't just drop it. So.
And I don't shoot sports. I don't
Drop
shoot.
it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
I don't shoot sports, but for people like what I do for shooting flowers, macros, sceneries, 5D Mark II, I think it's more than enough. I don't need nothing special.
If you got the time, for sure, I definitely agree. There's not that much difference in the sensor, really. The engine that's behind it, definitely there is. But.
Okay, and another thing, if I made money on my photography that I don't, I would definitely buy it. I would buy it just to say I have it, but I'm not making any money on it.
Have your photo taken with the brand new 5D Mark II or Mark III.
Yes.
You take pictures.
And why they made like
You'll have to pay me.
And why they made only 1 megapixel difference from 21 to 22? I can't figure that one out.
Yeah, but because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but still, you got 36 Nikon. Was that 40 meg pictures?
Yeah.
You don't need
Ginormous.
You don't need that.
Exactly.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Okay. All right there, Shane. Don't just say yes, you do. Why?
Yeah.
That's like saying nice
if you're
picture.
a landscape photographer, you definitely need it.
1 megapixel
Why?
difference?
No.
36
The 36 megapixel D800.
Why, Shane? Why do you need the 36 for landscape? Explain it.
Because it's more.
Oh, and more
No,
is
because
better.
I would like to be able to get one shot in camera without having to do a photo stitch and be able to print extremely large. Because my
extremely
profit
large, you
margin
mean what
goes
size?
up. My profit margin goes up the bigger the prints are.
And just so that I'm clear, what classifies as extremely large?
Extremely large would be anything over 30 inches with acceptable amounts of clarity.
And acceptable being as if you were up on it like this, looking at the picture, going,
Yep.
Yep, I can see his nose hairs. Yep.
Yep.
It's good.
I can see that wolf's nose hairs. So yeah, anyway, it really does matter.
No,
I mean, it's a pain in the ass doing a photo stitch.
It's still going to do force stitch. If you take with 36 megapixel camera or 21 megapixel, you're still going to do a force stitch.
Yeah, because then your class of what is extremely large will change. You'll say, well, I need it if I'm going to sell something that's over 58 inches, then I'm definitely going to need 50 megapixels.
Those are, I mean, there's a certain level where your printer isn't going to. Printers have increased in the ability to make large prints has become easier.
Mm-hmm.
And less expensive.
At some point,
But the same thing is...
the size that, a huge size that those megapixels would impact, you'd have to do more than, you'd be cutting up your photo. Don't you think? Because the printer can't handle that size.
Yeah, you'd have to scale down your image.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to hand you this 12,000 megapixel or dots per inch.
Yes.
I don't know. The way I look at it is that there were people back in the day when they were shooting film, which they say had what is the DPI of a film, like when it was printed? It's what? When they compare it.
It depends.
Okay.
You can say, I've heard people say that there's 50 DPI in film. I've also heard people say that, digital sensors are sharper than film, and they are. But, that's conjecture. You can get a drum scan, and it's still, film. Even I'm of the mind and this is a personal opinion, not a scientific one, that even 4x5 film isn't as sharp as a digital image these days. Because there's only a certain level of sharpness that film can have.
Right.
And I think digital sensors have crossed that threshold.
So my point is if that's the case, if that's what your belief is, there were people back in the day that were shooting film, that were making prints that were 40 and 60 and 80 inches.
Oh yeah.
And there was no complaints about it.
No, because they also didn't have speed though on their side. You know,
Right.
you're making an 8x10 negative or a 4x5 negative and printing from that.
Mhm.
And yeah, you could do it, but you didn't have the speed and capability of a 35 millimeter sized camera.
So Nikon's 36 millimeter now. Am I right?
It's a little larger, yeah.
So has anyone ordered a Mark III yet? Oh,
No.
Not yet.
So somebody in the chat room just asked if we could explain a photo stitch. So is that something
Yes.
you want to touch on there, Shane?
Sure. A photo merge is a Photoshop action. Maybe I can even show it up. Show it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're getting all technologically advanced here. We're going
We
to
have
do
the technology.
a live preview of a photo
We
stitch.
do. I just demoed this today in my class.
Ooh.
This would normally cost you a lot of money.
All right, this show is no longer just about smart comments.
Yeah. We just started feeding to the crowd. And it's working. We have more viewers.
We have viewers?
I know, it's amazing. It's not just us. We keep thinking it's just us, but there are other people out there who think that we have something to say. It's awesome.
They're both pretty happy.
See, I was trying not to say that.
Boris,
Yeah,
stop
my
asking
mom
questions in the
likes it.
chat
My
room.
mom says it's okay.
This is 4 stitches. You put two couple pictures together, right?
Yes.
This is 3 pictures in one. If it's in the
Yeah,
chat
you
box.
stitch several pictures into one, merging them into a larger file.
That's
I'm having computer issues. I just froze again as soon as I launched.
well. This is 3 pictures put together. It's 4 stitched.
So
here's
the basic
something that I
concept, the basic concept is you have a scene that's pretty wide, and you're not going to capture it all in one image. So what you do is you take a shot, you rotate your camera on the tripod, you take another shot, and then so on. You keep going to get as many images as you need. And then later on, you take them into Photoshop and you say, okay, take these 3 images and create one image that's going to be 3, the width of the 3 of them. So hence the term stitching in a nutshell.
Yep.
To
A lot of
create
panoramas are basically
a pano, yeah.
And
You don't have to use
Especially this day and age where the stuff will automatically stitch it for you.
Mhm. Nice shot, Boris.
Yep.
Thank you.
I've been doing photo merges, panos since 1995 with film, so I'm very happy that Photoshop does most of it now.
So
Can I say something?
Yep.
When you do 4 stitch, you have to use a long lens. That's the best way to do it.
The best way to do it is to use a 35 millimeter lens or longer. But between 35 and 50 millimeter lens, I use a shoot and raw, manual exposure, and manual focus. Because you want the exposure to be uniform throughout the 5 or 6 images or 30 images or how many you're doing.
And
Stitching
Shane, you've been talking about CS6 as a beta version, right? You were talking about that.
Yes, that's correct.
They fixed the crop tool.
You as well.
Items.
Okay. Praise the Lord. I'm curious if you've done a stitch in CS6. Have you done one yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't had time to.
Okay.
I've
teaching.
not.
I did.
That's good.
They've implemented a lens correction method into it,
Oh, awesome.
and it sounds awesome, except when it doesn't work.
Ooh.
So obviously, like I was out this past weekend and I was doing some whitewater kayaking, and there's a beautiful waterfall, and I took some images while I was there of this, but I couldn't get far enough away from it in order to get the whole scene that I wanted. So I did a pano, click, 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 click. Obviously, overlapping them by 30% type idea was the idea that I was going with, so that I have enough for it to work with.
Right.
And I did a series of 8 images, so 4 of the main body of water, and then 4 of the sky above it, with a little bit of overlap, obviously. So I put all these images together in Photoshop, threw it in there, and the edges, because of the lens that I was using, which was a 24-70 lens, which obviously is not the ideal lens for it, but I had it at the 70 millimeter end of that spectrum, and I took those pictures with it, and then with CS6, what it did on the ends of the images, so the extreme left and right, is it distorted things as though the lens was completely warped, like a fisheye, is what it actually did. So the branches and the leaves look like they're like completely malformed, like it was like Chernobyl leaves, where these like
on the edge of each stitched image, or on the edges of the whole stitch.
The final image, the way that it actually worked with this lens correction, is it actually distorted those extreme ends, so it's as though the limbs were stretched. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Did you do it in auto, or did you do it? That's like if I'm understanding you correctly, you got a bow tie distortion.
That would be yeah. That might be a way of looking at it. Yeah. I don't know if that's what it's called, but anyway. But I did an auto. I tried that one first because it usually works great for me for the basic start of it. And then I did it as, what's the other option, where it's just supposed to layer them and
a collage,
blend in the middles. Yeah, that's what the other one was. I tried that, and they looked exactly the same.
I like to use my 100 millimeter lens to do 4 stitches.
I've actually been able to do it with my 17 millimeter, but I have the crop sensor, so.
Hi.
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 And she turns the screen away.
Yeah.
We can hear you. Anyway.
Anyone want to see CS6 in action?
All right, man.
CS6 in action.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You gonna do the full loading screen and everything?
Huh?
You gonna do the full load up screen and everything?
Oh, well, we could do that. Why not?
Does yours have the fun little cat symbol?
Yes.
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 Yeah. At first I thought, oh my gosh, what did they do? What did they just download? What kind of malware? All right, here we go.
Hey, look, I see me.
Why do we have 2 Keith Barretts?
I'm inviting
I don't
people.
know. Ooh.
That's my working access.
That's Keith is spying on us.
Yeah, so I don't get what the superstition.
You're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about either.
But here's the UI. It's really nice and clean. Let me load up.
Heresy, what have they done?
No,
so dark.
It's nice. They hit the background, which is really nice. You don't see your desktop anymore.
It needs to be 50% gray. I can't handle this already.
Well, it looks a lot like Spotify. But what I'm really, really excited about is a couple things. One is, one is obviously the crop tool. One of my big gripes was, you would go in here and you say, yeah, I want to crop this right here. And then you say, I want it a little bit larger. And in CS5, if you hit Control-Z, you actually, got out of the crop tool completely. But with CS6, you can pull back and forth as you resize, which is pretty nice. And it also defaults to a non-destructive crop. You see here there's the delete crop pixels. That's unchecked there. And then you also have a lot more overlays. Like you have the golden ratio. You have a golden spiral.
Golden spiral
triangle, and so on.
No speak English.
So, okay, so you're familiar with the rule of thirds, right? So
yeah.
A little bit better than the silver spiral.
Anyhow, but And another nice thing is, if you're familiar with Camera Raw, let me get out of this right here. With Camera Raw, if you want to straighten something, you could just, kind of say this line here is straight, and it'll go ahead and straighten the image for
Better.
you. Yeah, better. But that's kind of nice. That's a really nice add. And you still have
Hey, William, how's it going?
your basic rotation tools that you
We're
have.
doing a little CS6 preview.
And then what's also nice is, let's say you make an adjustment. I don't know. Let me just bump up the here.
Levels.
Yeah, but you can kind of just go in here, and you have like one place where all your adjustments appear. So that's nice as well. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I like what they did with the eye, and I ranted a couple of months ago about the crop tool. I don't know if you probably read some incoherent rant about how Adobe needs to fix the crop tool. And I'm
Apparently
excited.
they did.
So.
There you go. They listened to you, Ali. They heard you.
I'm sure they were waiting. They were just.
Yeah.
What are they going to say today?
It's like they stole Lightroom's crop tool.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they took the well, for me, using it in Camera Raw. I now have the same tool. So that's pretty exciting. So they'll be getting my money.
There you go. All for the
I like it
crop
too. I
tool.
thought they stole Aperture's crop tool. It works.
Oh, is that William Beem?
Yes.
You want to see a shot that William Beem screwed up?
It could be.
William Beem.
Yes, we don't have enough time to see all the shots that I've screwed up.
Ali,
Yes, sir.
you want to see something cool? In Photoshop, click on Windows, Workshop, and New in CS6.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, jeez.
I will do that.
I'm waiting to see what I screwed up this time.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you. So we were at Disney, and I was like, I was shooting in HDR. I've been meaning to harass him about this. I don't really care. I just to tease him because it's fun. So I was shooting this right here. I'm like, oh, this is going to make a great HDR. Like, this is going to be really cool. I got nice mist and this all action going on, and
That's by Tom Sawyer's Island.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
you see this little blur right here.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
Oh.
Now, that is not the fault of me. That is the fault of the photographer for not controlling his exposure.
Use control. You can fix it in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Well, I fixed it in camera. See, look, I just
Content.
did 1,600 more exposures.
Oh, my goodness.
See, you didn't tell me that you were shooting while I was back there.
Good
I
thing
don't
it's not.
care. I'm just razzing you because you're.
I know. But I got to throw it back, too.
It's fun.
Look, Ali, do this. In Photoshop, click on Windows, Workspace, and New in CS6. And it will tell you everything that's new in CS6.
Cool.
Is that how you get the blue labels?
Yes.
They do that I know they had that in CS5 as well.
Window, Workspace, New in CS6. And you show everything that's blue, it's new.
I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
It's blue.
Boris, the CS6 expert. There you go. You're going to be making your money on your training of CS6, let alone your photography.
You know what's the best thing about CS6? Check this out, blur, and this is awesome. It makes everything blurred. And now you got,
Iris.
yeah, and now you got LEDs 1.4, f-stop 1.4.
Oh yeah.
You can blur the outside, Boris.
The blur tools. That is pretty cool.
And you click OK. But guess what? You know what I found out about CS6? If you have a fast computer, you're going to need a faster one.
Tis always the way.
No matter which one you get, it'll always.
Like for example, I have my computer got i7 processor with 12 gigs. It's not slow. It's slow. It's slow for this thing.
You have a what processor?
i7.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be because you're on a PC.
Oh, come on. I'll take a hard drive space.
Speaking of hard drive space, I'm down I'm up to 20 gigs.
Oh yeah? Did you get some good dumpster diving photos out of that deleting?
My backup.
No, I need
save
to,
as a
Still in the box, man. Still in the box.
I still in the box my backup.
Yeah, that's a good backup there, Boris.
backup.
No, I got 2 backups, so this is my good before one.
Save those boxes for when they die.
And they're all in the box.
And look, a baby one, 1 terabyte. USB 3.
I think I have that same drive.
No, it's mine, not yours.
Well,
That's the same one.
that
That's mine.
There's a lot of mine going on in this today.
I've decided I'm going to get the new Thunderbolt Western Digital drive for a backup. But
ooh,
$700 for, what is it, 6 terabytes, or basically like 2-3 terabyte drives in the enclosure.
Nice.
It's not cheap, but at least it's fast.
why not a Drobo?
Well, one, it's not fast. It's just a backup. So I've already got a RAID array here for my primary, and it's connected by eSATA. If I got a Drobo, I wouldn't be able to plug the eSATA into that and this one, so I'd have to connect it by FireWire, so it'd really be slow.
All right.
That's acceptable.
Pinterest. You guys want to talk Pinterest or no?
No.
All right.
No.
Pinterest changes terms of service. No one cares.
Now they sent me an email.
Yay! Thanks, pinheads.
Why you need a Facebook account to sign into that stupid thing?
You don't.
You need a Facebook account to sign into everything.
I know, it's annoying.
I sign in with my email address. That's how I got the invitation. I've never connected my Facebook to it.
So can you send me?
Clout is now processing Facebook information.
Yeah, they want your passwords.
Clout hadn't been processing Facebook
No,
information?
it always said coming soon, coming soon, coming soon.
I thought it,
Ouch.
it was processing.
I don't follow Clout.
I don't either. But we were talking about
Me neither.
I love Clout.
It makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense to me either.
Yeah, I have not been able to figure out the benefit to it. It's like, whoop-de-doo. It's like a badge.
Well,
It's like the gold star you used to get.
It's a good way to measure it. What's going on with your social media activities?
Yeah, except when you get into like a little game I've had with Danielle Bowers where we're plus K'ing each other for silly things like Teletubbies, plastic.
Well, one, it's not the only. I mean, you use different tools. You got to sort of measure what your activity is in social media.
Yeah, I could see if you're a marketer
I guess.
and somebody's asking you for stuff and you say, hey, what's your cloud score? But I don't know. It's an interesting metric. That's about it.
Yeah, I like my Google Analytics. It gives me about the same deal. I see how much interaction I have through my website from all my social media stuff. I'm cool with that because I can measure how long they were on my site. I can measure, where they went from, where they came to, how many pages they tabbed through, all that stuff.
Yep.
So, to me, that's a better measuring stick than some number that's randomly generated based on whether I'm a specialist or whatever. I don't know.
I do like social statistics. I mean, it's just as
I'm
a
going to find out if you're a specialist or not.
I have no idea.
just as
Are
a
you
raw
on Clout?
data.
I did.
Have you
I signed up
clouded?
with Clout at the beginning.
Then you're in.
I don't know.
Nope.
I set it up at the beginning, and I got some number, and I'm like, what does this mean? And that was the last time I logged in. Actually, that's not true, because I talked to Keith one time about it, too, and I logged in a second time to take a look at it. And that was it.
Fascinating.
I love my cloud score because me and Chase Jarvis like that.
Ooh. Number 1 and 2, eh?
So you talked about stitching. Want to talk about stacking?
About
We
what?
could talk about stacking.
Yeah.
Who's the stacker?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tawni, prepare some of your 10 gig of images.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah, you have
Let's
weeks
see.
worth of catch-up to do.
your weekend.
We have weeks worth of Tawni images we're missing out on.
Oh, no.
Can I share
Oh,
something with you?
jeez. Yeah, by all means, Mark.
Go ahead.
Can you see that?
That is frickin' cool.
Wow, what is that?
What is that?
That's a wild cucumber. Wild cucumber
Wow.
grows on a vine, and it has a cover, and it has a two-seed pod, and the pod pops open when it's white, and as this pod cover decays, it leaves a skeleton behind. So that's 27 pictures.
Can you do me a favor?
Wow.
Can you show me those 27 pictures in raw format and how you stitch them?
We have no time whatsoever.
I can do that. I just have to go back in and find them.
Alright. Next time, can you take like 2 or 3 pictures and then
Hey, Boris, I'll tell you what. I'll send you a link of one I put up on a YouTube, and it shows you exactly how to do it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Thank
There
you.
go.
And you too can be dangerous.
See, Joe, you are a specialist, and most of your activity is on Facebook.
Really?
Yep, 63% of your social activity is on Facebook.
Oh.
It's
Cat's
because
out of the
that's where
bag.
most of my money comes from.
That's all those
Where my
farm
money
bills.
comes from. Yeah, yeah. All those friend requests that you get.
Yep.
That's me.
Keith Barrett, you are a pundit.
I'm glad I'm a
Yeah,
specialist.
my score has really dived in the last 60 days. It was up at 76, and I think it's like in the 60s now.
We scared Tawni up. We told her we wanted to see her images, and she left again.
Yeah,
I got some images if you'd like to see.
So I got a fun toy. Can I tell you about my fun toy?
Sure.
Sure.
I got an iFi card for my camera.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, that is cool.
It is wicked cool. So
And what are you using it for?
For tethering.
See, I don't hate everything.
I finally found something that Ali has a spark of interest in at the beginning stages of. We'll see how it goes by the end of my conversation.
Right. Yeah.
No. I
So-
like it. I'm not going to hate
So
on
is this for studio?
So it's for anything, because here's the biggest complaint that I hear people talking about is that they go out with their camera, they take pictures, they got this little itty 3-inch screen on the back, and they're trying to tell whether or not the image is sharp or the color is proper or whatever that they're looking at, and they have issues with that all the time, right? And you do bracketing or you do some form to compensate for the fact that you can't see on this little image on the back of your screen whether or not it's proper. So this little card is it's a little SD card. This one's an 8 gig. It's the Pro X2 is what I got. So it has the ability to transfer both JPEG as well as RAW files. But what I've set it up to do is, so I put it in my camera, it creates a wireless hotspot that I can connect my iPad to. And there's a free iPad app that will then pull the JPEG images or the RAW files if you decide you want to do that. And it will pull those files into the iPad so that you can view them at the full screen. So it gives you the JPEG compression, so it's pretty close to what you're probably going to finish off with, like let alone all your special effects or manipulation that you're going to do in tonality and stuff. But it gives you a good starting point of a size that you can look at and go, this is about the smallest I would consider printing this. Is it a reasonable image to work with, or do I need to do something to compensate? And it takes, with my camera, which is the 1D Mark II, it's about 4 seconds for it to transfer the file from the time I click the shutter till it's on my iPad.
That's pretty good, man. And then so you've got your iPad right there. Have you been utilizing this?
Yeah, I have actually. I've done a bunch of stuff, and then when I went out this weekend, I took it out just to play with. When I was out doing some whitewater kayaking, I brought it with me so that I could mess around with it, see how it worked out in the field, to see whether or not, like, you know, the fact that I was outside, if it would be worse or better or anything like that. And it was about the same, about 4 or 5 seconds, and I could have an image up on my iPad. And then the other benefit to it is then I can hand that iPad to the customer and say, hey, check it out, rather than them trying to see this little tiny image on the back of my screen that's like, ooh, yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, and then it's completely fake, right? You know that they can't tell what they're seeing.
Right.
So this way, you hand them an iPad and say, look at how gorgeous your eyes look, you know, and you can zoom right in and you can look
Right.
at it and go, look, your eyes are so gorgeous you can see my reflection in them. You know, like what a that's
Eyes look beautiful.
that just beautifies your eyes even more.
Exactly. Yeah, when you
Me.
see my ugly mug, you see my ugly mug like this, you know, with this big camera body sitting in front of it. Yeah. Anyway, it's really cool. I'm really liking
Awesome.
it. Mm-hmm.
And how much did you pay for that, Joe? Maybe you said I wasn't paying attention.
It was $99.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Canadian. So, like you Americans, you must get a better deal than I. So,
I think they're like $75, $78, something like that.
there you go.
That's not
Your
bad at
camera
all.
has to be able to manage that SD card, right?
I'm sorry?
Your camera has to be able to hold that SD card.
Obviously, your camera
Yeah,
has
it's
to
an
be able to
SD.
take an SD. So that's they don't have a CF version of it, but I'm sure it's in the works. I can't see them not.
I'm not sure if it is because there's a much larger market for those SD cards than there are for CF cards. I read.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time too.
Yeah, I remember reading something about that a few months back, so I'm vague on the details, but I think that when they looked at the economics of doing it for compact flash, it just wasn't there.
Well, maybe you might be able to find a CF adapter for your SD to compact flash.
All right, I changed my mind. It sucks.
Fits in a Micro Four Thirds camera.
It is.
Or, you know what you could
That's-
do? Rather than worrying
that's
about
actually-
upgrading to your 5D series, just go with the 1D, or the 1DS.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
There
the
you
one.
go.
Yes, that would
Pretty.
make me happy. That makes me smile.
Would it? Does it? Just like that. Anyway, it's my new fun toy, and I'm loving it. I think it's awesome. I hate the idea of having any cable running from my camera. So, like, I've looked at all kinds of different options as far as doing it, and I just couldn't bring myself to spend, I can't remember what the Canon wireless file transfer thing is worth. It's like $400 or $500. I'm just like, I just can't put that much money into something like that. And the grief that I've heard people have with that amount of money put in, it just seems so ridiculous. And then if you have cables, you're limited on length, right? Like, I can't remember what it is. FireWire is like 14 feet or something like that is the max that you can go without a repeater in place. And even with USB, it's the same idea. I think you've got 20 feet or something like that. You need a repeater in there.
Yeah.
Tawni, on the iFi card site, you can request that they develop a CF card.
Oh,
There you go. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Right.
Pack
Yeah,
flash card.
when you were talking about doing it tethered,
Mm-hmm.
my concern was the wires.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is completely wireless, and then there's a cool little device that Tether Tools has called a Wally that you can use for your iPad. It's got like a mount on the back of it that you can attach to a tripod or anything like that. And it's a really cool little system. It's got a great little carrying case that your iPad fits right into, locks in. It's really nice. So anyway, neat little system. I'm liking it.
I want to
Hey,
mount one
pick
onto
up
my
the,
hot shoe.
You just picked up the iPad too, right?
I did.
Yeah, did anybody from? I know last week you said we're gonna, mess with the iPad 3, and anybody go out and actually do that, or
I did.
what did you think?
He's got one.
I love it. I was, what was that? I was out at Point Orlando at the pub, and I just tried my LTE, or however you pronounce it. 45 megabit download and 20-something megabit upload speeds.
Uh-huh. Well, okay.
I thought that's just blowing away my my cable modem at home. Unfortunately, I don't get the same kind of speeds here, but it's like I've got Wi-Fi here. I don't need it. But the screen is beautiful. I'm enjoying it. But the other reason I think I finally convinced myself to get it is just so, you start to see applications that will run only on iPad 2, and now later on you'll see only on iPad 3. It was just the next progression. I was able to sell off the old 2 ones to pay for it. It seemed like a good idea.
But have you compared, have you sat like the iPad 2 next to an iPad 3 and compared the screens and?
I did briefly because I had them both here when it came in, and before I shipped off the iPad 2. And
Okay.
yeah, I can see a difference. It was better than I expected it to be. I really wasn't that impressed with the rumors of the enhanced screen, but once I took a look at it and I started working with it, I thought, yeah, it is much nicer.
Yeah, so I went and actually mutual, one of our friends, actually Kevin,
Yeah.
Kevin Graham has got the iPad 3. Actually, I think had to take it back. It had a dead pixel But that's not a that's.
My God, that's my band name.
one dead pixel coming to you live from Google Plus.
I'm going to see if deadpixel.com is available.
I would be surprised if it isn't taken.
One dead pixel?
I would say
One
if
dead
dead
pixel.
pixel in there, go for one dead pixel.
But I put the iPad 2 and the iPad 3 next to each other, and then we fired up some pretty high res movie trailers. I think we watched Brave actually.
Yeah.
It's different, but initially I wasn't blown away. But I think as I worked more and more and just kind of played with it, it does grow on you. It is pretty nice.
I'd say the same. I felt the same way. It's like at first I thought, okay, that's nice, and then now I load full resolution photos on there for my my portfolio that I carry with me.
Uh-huh.
Whereas before I'd only load in 1200 wide pixels wide. That looked fine on the first two iPads. It looked horrible on this one. But the thing I like about loading in the full resolution ones now is that I can zoom in. I can start looking at details, and they still look great. Whereas I didn't see much of a benefit to doing that on the previous one. I don't know why. It just is that way.
Interesting.
OneDeadPixel.com has been taken, but the other ones are available.
Deadpixel.com is available?
OneDeadPixel.com is taken, but the other .net.org and all that is...
How about two?
Two dead pixels.
Lock, stock, and 2 dead pixels.
How about half a dozen dead pixels?
Into mass murder.
Half a dozen dead pixels and a camel. How's that? .com. Half a dozen dead pixels.
And a camel.
.com.
At f2.8.
Yes. On the floor.
Let's see if f2.8 and B there is available.
You can get EL as your domain name, so you can do one dead pixel with EL as a dot.
Ooh, yeah. I bet you .ca is available.
Just get your name.ca. That's cool.
Yeah. I got to do that. I got to register joepearson.ca. I got to start doing that.
Makes it easy to do what your page
What's
is.
CA, Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about gojoe.ca?
Go, Joe.
Also registered
Yeah.
.me, M-E.
I got
that's true.
goboris.com.
Do you?
Yes, it works. Here, try it.
I gotta
Here,
2.8,
try it.
go Boris.
goboris.com.
But
That's
horizontalphotographer.com.
You see, it works, right?
Awesome. Yeah, it does. Under construction.
Yeah, but I got a couple pictures there.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go.
And I did it so well.
You got a guy being bombarded by pigeons.
Yes.
My favorite one is weaponofbeauty.com that I have.
Weapon of Beauty. Man.
That's for my
Sorry, man.
iPhone series.
What's she sharing? We got somebody sharing.
What you got? What you got?
That's stuff on Table Rock.
Ooh.
Is this with all your new equipment?
Where is Table Rock
Table
for us?
Rock is down by Central Point.
Yeah, okay, right next to Central Point or on the other side?
South on I-5.
On I-5, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm narrowing down on that.
Yeah, there we go.
I think I've been there.
For the non-Oregonians.
There's Upper Table Rock and Lower Table Rock. And this was Upper Table Rock.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can tell by the perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's upper, yeah.
The air looks thinner up here.
Medford?
Yeah.
But it was a nice day. I was getting the reflection of the clouds in the little spot that was up there.
See, it's too bad you don't have a 5D Mark III because you could HDR that right in the camera.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Too bad you don't have a
So for all of you keeping score, that would be southwest of Crater Lake.
Okay. Why don't you geoplus it or geopoint it so we can
Yeah, there you go. We need a geotag.
geotag on it?
I don't usually do that. I'm not really sure how to do that.
Boy, you drove far.
Oh, you took pictures of weeds.
Oh, I got lots of
Whoa! What was that one?
Here's
It's
one.
just north of the California border.
Yeah. This is one of my macros. On a rainy day.
Getting close. Tawni, you need to stack a couple of those.
I don't know.
Me too.
About 3 shots, 3 or 4 shots.
Of the same thing.
Yeah, just move your focus in.
Does somebody want to do a quick stack demo?
Sure.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Let me just give me a second, okay? I gotta
Okay.
find
Okay.
pictures here.
Can I show you one picture of the weed I took?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Battle
is
of the Weeds.
Here, this is it.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh.
100.
That makes me want to sneeze.
Yeah, that's 100 macro. That's f2.8.
Of course it is.
It couldn't be anything else, Boris.
It's a cool weed.
Oh, look at this. This is watch.
At 1,000th of a second, eh?
Yeah. Look at this. This
It's
is
a different kind of weed.
this is what you call a cow. It's not a real man. It's a painting or whatever the hell you call it.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah.
stuck on the window?
Yeah.
Photo? Is that what you were going
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that.
That was your naked neighbor next door.
No.
What's next?
So this is. I did this picture in CS6. 100% CS6 with the blur.
Really?
Yes.
No Nick effects?
No nick effect. No, nothing.
Look at you, man. You're stepping out in the world.
Uh,
We'll get you converted yet.
CS6.
CS6. So is this one.
Nice.
Did you buy an Olympus, Boris?
A Canon.
Oh. They
So,
look like they look so good. I thought they were probably Olympus.
no, Canon.
Okay. All right.
And this is
I missed the 4.3 section. Have we talked about that yet already?
Yeah, we have actually, but no problem. You can bring it up anytime because Ali
that's
loves
okay.
to talk about Micro Four Thirds.
I know he does.
an HDR.
Yeah.
I think they're wonderful.
Okay, let me just-
Can you hear the practice in that? He's been saying that to himself in the mirror, trying to convince himself that he actually likes them.
If he had one, he would have done that shot without making
Again. I'm just going to be quiet.
Oh,
If you have
my
the
goodness.
extra money,
He's
fine.
showing me how to stack.
But as a separate segment by itself, I'm just not buying it.
I'm just trying to figure a way how to get this on the screen. Let me see if that doesn't come up. Let me just.
I need
So my
to-
friend is about to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, and despite my urgings for him to use only an iPhone, he's going to use a Sony NEX7, and he thinks that he's going to charge it via solar panel.
Oh, really?
Big deal.
Yeah. See?
With that.
How many days is he setting aside for charging?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good weather.
Yeah, exactly. Down in California, I bet it'll work.
Yeah.
this is
Hang on, I'm coming. It's just.
All right, Mark. You got our undivided attention. We're all quiet here.
It's the pressure.
Yeah.
It is the pressure, see?
Holy mackerel.
But I told him,
Holy macro.
I just saw a, did you guys see the post that I did earlier in the week about a little short film that was shot on 4S?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't
Nope.
read it.
Yeah, it was well done. I mean, it was a photographer. I mean, it was supposed to be ye olde times photographer that could see, I don't know, like a long lost relative or love or something like that through his ye olde Yashica.
Oh, Boris. Sticking your finger in your camera.
Oh my God! Don't do that.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Ah,
work.
don't do that either.
He's cleaning his sensor.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
Why?
You have to tell me that before you start doing those things.
So I'm like watching it too. I'm like, what is? He's got his finger right in there.
It does not work. It's a Canon Rebel XT.
Oh,
You didn't have to say anything more than a Canon. You didn't have to explain to us.
And Rebel one.
As soon as you said Rebel,
yeah,
It's only 8 megapixels, not 36. I'm sorry.
yeah, exactly. Nope, no 50-inch prints for you.
No. 4x6.
look at how tiny my prints are back there. Tiny.
Yeah,
iPhone?
Then that we're right behind you as well.
yeah, exactly. There, Shane, Mr. iPhone lover, and you're talking about big prints.
Touche.
I'm not going to try to cram a 36 megapixel image into Facebook.
Oh, Chiboko.
I just love that last year or wherever it was, Nikon was like, all you need is 12 megapixels. I mean, what's wrong with you?
Windows phone's
I do
coming out.
remember that.
Windows phone, they coming out with a phone with 16 or 18 megapixels.
Oh, no, 40. Isn't
No,
it 40?
that's Nokia. I'm talking about something else coming out from AT&T. It's going to have 16 or 17 megapixels.
Are you ready to go, Mark?
I'm gonna try one more time here.
Okay.
All right, man.
Meantime, the pictures hanging on the walls at Mark's house are huge.
No, they're not. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see 3 images.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go from. I can't get any more.
Okay. That's cool. So
So we're gonna start. This is the first. We're going to talk about the branch.
we're not talking about the snail because I like the snail.
Yeah, that snail's a whole other story.
But
Snails are very difficult to stack because they have more time.
they're sticky. You should be able to stack them no problem.
Their eyes
They
are
should stick to each
continually
other.
moving. So
I
anyway,
tried using hairspray to hold them down.
So you need something that's
Exactly.
able to stack.
Yeah.
okay. So
Freeze 'em.
this is spider web on a branch. So that's the first one you take.
So you're focused on the web?
Yeah,
Okay.
this isn't gonna work.
Don't say that.
It's that darn snail.
Yeah, it's a dark
Yeah,
snail. It's not. I can't get the picture up. Let me. You guys just carry on.
Why don't you share the whole desktop?
Yeah, if you click screen share and then you do the desktop rather than the program.
Share.
Desktop.
Share your whole desktop.
Yeah, you should have an option of desktop.
I think it's the
And if you have
close
dual
option.
monitors, it'll give you 1 and 2.
Select use picture. No. I don't see desktop.
It's,
Oh, really?
No.
desktop should be the first one on top. That's your left.
Oh, desktop 1, desktop
Yeah.
2. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
Here you go.
Now you got it.
No. We're like.
So just minimize that so we don't get the screen of infinity here.
Oh, wow.
I'm being drawn in.
Sadly,
What's
that
going
looks
on?
like I'm
Wow.
I'm just wasting your guys' time here.
Einstein
No, it's okay.
wrong. Looks like
Don't
Buffett.
think,
As opposed to,
yeah. As opposed to us wasting our time? Yeah. No
Well,
problem.
I guess.
So you
Good
can-
point.
So you basically do like 3 or however images and change
Yeah.
your focus with each image?
In the ones you do in the field, you do it with your adjustment, your focus adjustment.
Okay.
So you start at either the front or the back of the image, and you take one shot, and then you come through to the next focus, and just like in stitching, where you have to make sure you have overlap, or you'll get an out of focus between your pictures. You have to make sure on your stack that you have a little bit of overlap, and that will keep between the steps in focus. And you just do that through until you have enough you've covered it front to back. Did you
Okay.
take
That's got to
those?
be tough. That's so. I can't see how you could do that. Like if your focus is like a millimeter in depth, how do you break that into half millimeters? Like
When
Wow.
you're shooting in the field, it's not
Mhm.
that fine. It's not. It doesn't break down that fine.
okay.
It
Okay.
and then once you get them together, so you have 5 pictures. So for Tawni, for example, on your daffodil picture,
Uh-huh.
focus on the front of it,
Okay.
focus halfway down it,
Okay.
and then focus to the back of it. So then you got 3 shots. Take it into Photoshop as layers out of bridge.
Oh.
Okay, so you
Okay.
take it into Photoshop as layers. In Photoshop, you do auto align, auto merge, and it will put them together,
Oh.
and that will give you the depth of field.
Okay.
And that's basically on the simple ones up to about 10 shots. That will work. And it's pretty straightforward and then you just do whatever adjustments you want to do with the in Photoshop as you would normally do with a picture.
Okay. Cool. Thank
Mhm.
you.
You basically just, and sorry, I was away for a minute or two there. Do you basically just use brushes to bring in the areas of focus, or because I've seen tools or applications that you use for focus stacking. Are you saying you just do it with adjustment layers, or?
You don't use any layers. That's not true. The layers are the images. The images you shoot so you end up with 4 or 5 different focuses
Mm-hmm.
of the same picture, and then essentially you're just laying the one on top of the other. So you're stacking. The program is stacking the images one on top of the other. So you'll end up with a 5-layer stack.
Right, and then it uses like layer masks in order to be able to determine which one is at which element of the picture.
You
But
don't have
it does that for you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And
What
then
it
if
does-
there's,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that when it does that, you may find that any location where Photoshop doesn't do it proper or to your liking, then you can
Yes.
go into those layer masks and you can fine tune them so that it suits your needs.
Yeah, it's actually there's a program in that case. In the case of the one there with the spider's web, because there was a little bit of there was a hint of a breeze, and it's very difficult to get the spider's web. They vibrate all the time. So when you put them together, they're not clear because there's been a vibration just in those 5 pictures on the various strands, and the more strands you have, the more they vibrate. So I use Zener Stacker, a program called Zener Stacker, and it lets you go back frame by frame, and you find that little section of spiderweb that's clear on that particular frame, and then it has an edit brush that lets you brush from one side, one image to the master image, and you can clear up those places where it's a little bit tedious, but that's how you
Wow,
do it.
that sounds really cool. What is it called? Zener Stacker?
Zener Stacker.
Is that like Zener Schnitzel, only better?
Z-E-R.
But not as tasty.
I'll put it up.
That'd be awesome.
That was the first thing I thought of too. It made me hungry.
I was trying to find a way to fit it in there. I just wasn't sure how I was going to do it.
Zwiener Schnitz? There you go.
Zener Stacker.
Well done, sir. Well played.
I'll have to. I got a guy who does snowflake images.
Yeah, from
He
Ottawa
does-
or Peterborough, someplace.
He's actually from Barrie.
That's insane. What he does is insane.
I completely agree, and I'll verbally admit that on this recorded hangout that what he does is insane.
It
Because
is.
the amount of time that he has to put into that, he must have a patient girlfriend. That's all I got to say.
Because essentially what he does is he goes out and shoots like 400 pictures of a snowflake, takes them back into Photoshop, and then dissects that snowflake element by element, and then puts them back together again
Yeah,
in layers. So
and
oh
manually, like most of it's
Yeah.
manual.
yeah,
Yeah. So you know what he's done to take it to the nth degree is he's actually found a way that he can take that snowflake and inject it with like a polymer,
Yeah.
so that that he can keep it. And then he's actually mounting it in the frames, which is awesome. It's a really cool effect. And he's backlighting it in the frame with a little LED. So it's got a button on it. You press the button, and a little snowflake that is the snowflake that's in his image, which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's doing a 365 collection, one a day, a different snowflake every day.
Yeah.
It's but stacking really comes from astrophotography. That's they've been doing that in astrophotography forever. And that's how
Snowflake photography would be really hard in Florida.
Yeah. Although I saw a thing now where they're
You got to shave ice in your freezer.
Well, you have to get really, but they're making. You can buy a machine now that will make you snowflakes.
What?
Polymer snowflakes.
No, they're just.
Is there demand for that?
Yeah.
But also makes snow.
Bill, I got this marketing strategy. Snowflake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much demand there are for snowflake pictures, but you consider that you have to have the perfect atmospheric conditions to get snowflakes that are, unique and not all clumped together or melting when they hit.
Mm-hmm.
So to take all that out of it, they've developed. I don't remember which university it was, but they have a snowflake making machine now. And
Cool.
It essentially snows down onto a plate, and then you just pick out the snowflakes you want to take pictures of. And
Tawni, I loved your shot the other day of the big clumpy Pacific Northwest snowstorm.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
That was something else. Eugene got 7.5 inches.
That's a lot for them.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even believe that you drove in that. You were like, I'm getting my hard drive fixed. I'm on a mission.
My side was clear, so I thought I'm going
Oh,
for
okay.
it, So I just took off.
That's pretty crazy. So let's see, what else do we have to talk about? We've talked about everything that I've posted.
We are doing everything in our power to navigate around your Nikon conversation.
We've talked about it. I've taunted you with it.
Yes.
We still have about 15 minutes.
You can't have
we should do some shares. We should do some photos because we end up.
We should. Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Mr. Alley, you got some photos?
You know what? I've been tasked with shooting my church without a gun. So.
With a slingshot or a cannon? Because I saw those cannon pictures you had.
with
Angry Birds.
With Angry Birds.
Angry Birds in space.
I can't pass one board. I'm so upset.
So I've been working on. So I've been working actually quite a bit. Just stuck with my regular job, and I haven't been able to shoot a lot, and I haven't really been able to interact a lot. So somebody said, hey, could you shoot this for us? And of course, I have night shots, and I got these crazy HDRs, and they're like, no, we kind of want a blue sky shot, which for me, I'm like, it's all happy, normal. But so today was blue, and I said, okay, you know what, I'll go out there and I'll shoot this. So this is, of course, I HDR'd it, but I tried not to make it very pronounced. So unfortunately, Unfortunately, I have a little bit of a shadow over here, which just the time of day, I really couldn't do much about it. But I don't know, maybe I'll reshoot it knowing me, but other than that, I kind of like it. That's about it for right now. I really have not been out there, but things are returning back to normal. I mean, I've been working 60, 70, 80-hour weeks, so.
Have you really?
Yeah, I mean, I had one day where I got in at 1 a.m., went to bed finally. By the time my mind turned off, it was 4 a.m., went to bed, got up and worked until 3 a.m. the next day. But,
the bad thing about the building that we work in is they turn the air conditioning off at 9 o'clock, and it's off all night long.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, it hasn't been that bad. Luckily, it's been cool, so that's been kind of nice. But yeah, things are returning back to normal now, so I'm actually getting out there and grabbing the camera. Saying, "Oh, I'm really excited about doing something other than writing code." Stand by.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Joe, do you have some whitewater rafting pictures?
Oh, I do. I do.
Mm.
So let's see if I can find them. All right, we'll do this one.
That looks interesting.
It does.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Why is it not updating it?
Oh, there it goes.
Can you see the picture?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I like it.
What class rapid is that?
Death. That's what it
We just call
Blue
it.
Diamond Rapid.
Tsunami class.
is. Yeah.
Black Diamond Rapid.
Yeah, exactly. This is Moon River Falls. It's a gorgeous falls. It's not huge. It's probably like 30-ish feet tall. So it's not massive, but it's reasonable enough. And there is a lot of volume going down there right now. There's
Is this what
a
your
lot of
friends
water.
wouldn't go down?
Not quite. Not quite. Not
This
quite.
is
That was
part they
another
like?
itty bitty one. But yeah, so that's that falls. And I'm curious. I'm actually looking for your guys' perspective on this because I've got this image, which is nice, and I really like this one. But then I've also got this one, which is sort of framed. And I'm just curious if you like that or not.
I like
Did that update?
I'm not seeing the other picture.
Did it not
I think I
update?
like the first one.
What's this for, Joe? What are you going to use it for?
It's just, all I'm doing is I'm putting it out there as perspective. I'm just curious as to what people think.
I like the first one because the water comes right up to the bottom,
Yeah.
and that gives a sense of like drama as well as sort of like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, it's right there. It's more in your face. You have with the rock there, I feel more comfortable. Like I'm standing away from the shore. I'm not really too worried about the water.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
from a kayaking perspective, the first one looks a little more challenging. This one's kind of like a steamy shot.
Yep. No, it's more for the ambient feel of it type idea.
Yeah.
But
I
then,
think I also
go
like.
ahead.
I was going to say, I also like the first one. I think with the second one, you have a large portion of the image that is maybe one or two stops under.
Mhm.
And I think that, I don't know, I feel like I'm drawn into this one a lot more. There's a lot more for me to look at.
Okay. I figured that's where it was going to go, but I just wanted to know if my opinion was in conjunction with you guys, if you thought the same.
I like
But
the
then as
little
far
wave
as-
in the front.
I like this one.
And then that's from the side, just sort of showing, like you can
That's
see the
cool.
mist that's popping up off of it. And
Go back to the
I don't
two
know if
guys.
you guys
That was cool as
go
well.
back to.
Yeah, the two guys, that was a cool shot.
Yeah, I like that one.
What do you call that? The coin
So,
flip?
yeah, this is the sphincter factor is what we call
That's
this one.
You go. No, you go. You go.
No. No, I don't wanna- Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
it. We're
Yeah,
talking
Those-
each other into it.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Those
see
two are brothers, so it's actually kind of funny because they were kind of goading each other as to where the possibility was, and
Of course
who
they
would
were.
have the balls to do it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, it
looks
was
like
crazy.
there's a
'cause-
lot-
Oh, go ahead, sorry, Mark.
Looks like there's a lot. Is that a lot more severe falls right up there on the top? Did it come through a chute and then down through over this falls?
Nope. This is just a sideline to the main body of water that's above it. So
Okay.
some water flows over just by that guy's head, and then the rest of it flows over the main falls.
I see. I think the
Yeah.
rocks look safer.
Yeah, the shoreline, the portage is definitely the way to go.
Right. Carry the kayak around and put it into smooth water.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so here's that one that I was talking about with the way that this is my image stack that I did in CS6, and I don't like the way, I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not,
Yeah, I
but
can
the
see
way that
that.
the trees have all gotten completely distorted over here. It's just as though it's taken that whole side of it and just like stretched it way out. And I couldn't find
Yep.
any settings that I could turn that off, where I know in CS5 I could do this without any issue and it would have looked just fine. But anyway.
I've had that happen in CS5. Do you remember how many images that was?
It's I can't remember if it's like 3 and 3 or if it's 4 and 4.
Okay. And then also the amount of tilt in your camera, can cause that as well.
Sure.
I've seen it in stacking where you get you've left too big a gap in there, and it just goes ahead and fills that in. It takes what's on both sides of it and just kind of fills it in and makes it artificially. Usually it's a smear, but
right. Yeah. Well, there was a fair bit of overlap on those, but even still, I hear what you're saying.
You might be able to go back in with free transform and warp and just kind of
push it back in.
Squish it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're better off cropping that out.
Yeah, I think so. Or I'll try and redo it in CS5 and see how it turns out.
Yep.
But then
that would be a good. There's your project for next week.
Right.
Yeah, I'll compare the two.
Yes.
Why is it kayaks where I was trying to get out of the water?
Because being in the water is so boring. It's like so normal.
I can see that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a cool shot.
But just trying to get the sort of the split moment of what it is that you're doing, because it's amazing how quickly it goes from just like this casual surf like this guy here, where you're just sitting like that and laughing to your buddies, and then the move that you have to make in order to be able to nail it so you can get the bounce off the wave so you can get released to do a trick. So like you can see, he's trying for the bounce. He's fairly new to kayaking, and we've been trying to teach him how to do the tricks, but.
And you're still trying to find him.
Yeah, we lost him downriver there for a while, but yeah. But all
Very
kinds
cool.
of fun stuff.
So you're sitting over in another kayak shooting.
I'm actually shooting from shore.
From shore.
Okay. The shoreline is right beside this wave. It's very close. I'm actually shooting all these with my 24-70.
Okay.
So it's not like I have a big telephoto lens on. I'm just really close by. Because the whole idea of it that I try, like, you can do shots like this and you can get really tight and frame them so it's like just the kayaker, and those are great. But I just like, it's such a beautiful place and the day was gorgeous. I wanted to be able to include some of the ambience of what we were in, right? So you can see, it's like you stand like right beside the wave.
Joe, on those ones where you have the action,
Yep.
Is there a reason why you crop them so tightly?
Where I crop them so tightly.
Yeah, go back to one more. One
like
more.
That?
No, one more.
Oh, the one where he's got the nose up.
Yeah. They're like
Which one are you talking?
It's like they're like portrait cut ones. These are like landscape.
Well, a lot of action photography, they want to just show the action itself. So it really sort of depends on what you're doing with it. But I'm with you, Mark, where I like to see a little bit of the nature around it. Yeah.
I mean, it's like he slams into the corner of this side of the picture. Is that what they?
Yeah, and that. Well, it's this. I was shooting it in portrait mode when he happened to nail this trick. Is really what ended up happening. Yeah. So, like, I've got other ones, but not enough. Not any of them where he's got lots of air like that.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't want to take up everybody's time here for photo sharing.
That's okay, though. I mean, with that one,
Cool shot.
I mean, I'm sure you got some establishing shots as well, like wide angles. But with that, you're kind of showing the action, and you've got all that. It's slammed up against the the side, but you've got all that negative space, so it's kind of cool. It creates tension.
Cool.
Okay, who's up? Raise hands.
Come on, Mark. It's your turn. You're next
It's
on the
my
list.
turn.
Yeah, you're next on the list, man.
The pressure is on. Hang on.
Yeah, we keep putting the pressure on you today, man. It's all about it.
Okay, can
We
you
got
see
a
that?
Ooh.
That's my motorcycle pictures. That's the OPP Golden Helmets.
Oh, that's cool.
That was one that's a single shot. I was really proud of my Sky, and everything came out all right. They were here in Dorchester and did a promotion.
Cool.
Did a ride.
I like how they're lined up. That really worked out.
You could piss off a lot of police officers by kicking them out on the far end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of big cops there, though. I believe you might be going over kicking tires.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
And this is another one that was kind of popular this week.
This is HDR.
Oh, that is nice.
That's a single shot. That's just one shot.
That is really nice. I love how that red is just in there. That is nice.
Yeah, that's in my backyard.
Oh, man.
Nice.
You say that a lot. This was in my backyard.
This is my backyard.
Yeah.
Just got first floor.
Are those sumacs? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's sumacs and an ornamental grass.
Yeah. Nice.
And it just happened to catch the sun. It was in the
sun
morning.
glistening off it. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. And somebody asked me about the waterfalls across the river there, but it's not. It's a dead tree.
It's a birch. Nice. It totally looks like a waterfall.
That's what
That's
somebody
cool.
said.
Yeah.
Oh,
It does look like a waterfall.
You get the waterfall up there, so it wasn't. So that's basically my.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, and this was the other one. Can you see this, the church one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's funky with the pews all sort of glistening up.
And the guy sitting there all by himself.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I like the
yeah.
shadow.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It was there's a huge church, and it was way up in the back. It was just, I just happened to look up and see him, and I have no idea how I managed to get him and the window and everything in without blowing everybody out.
Probably has
Nice.
that church in his backyard.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was a godlike coming in there. That was it. And then the only other one I'm proud of this week is my little hoverfly.
Wow. How did you get that?
You know how I got it? I was watching, and I had it set up on a flower for another one, and he just came and sat right in perfect focus in front of the camera.
Huh.
Just let me do one shot, and then he was gone.
Wow.
All right,
I planned it all. It took months of training to get him to fly to that spot.
Yeah.
So
I
that's it.
baited him.
Too bad they only live for 3 weeks. It's
Yeah, well, they don't pass it on very well either.
yeah, exactly. It's almost like starting over.
What did I do here? I gotta get there. Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Good stuff.
Shane?
All right, Mr. Shane. Show us some
My
of these
turn.
some of these 80-inch worthy images of yours.
He's going to throw up some iPhone shots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I am now. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Shane, just while you're bringing up that, the guy brought a 500 millimeter lens in that goes on your iPhone.
Oh God.
It's about that long, and it's about that big around.
Oh yeah, I saw one of those today actually.
Using, and it was amazing. He took a picture across the parking lot of a flag, and then he blew it up, and you could see every ripple in the flag. It was like $18.
Awesome.
Cool.
I am gonna share iPhone photos. That's what you get.
I don't
This
know,
was my
man.
bike ride yesterday.
That's a gorgeous shot. I love those clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked outside and I'm like, ooh, something's getting iPhoned.
That is.
Gotta love the Snapseed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you work those clouds, or is that just the way they were?
That is iPhone and Camera Plus, and then Snapseed.
Is that HDR or not?
It is drama.
Okay.
Drama filter and then black and white.
Hey, Shane.
Yes.
Next time that goes on sale, could you let me know? Like, just text me or something.
Sure, sure. They also sell Snapseed for PCs and Macs now.
Mhm.
Like, every time it goes on sale, I find out the next day.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I'll
Sometimes
try
they give it to you for free.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, yeah, the next time they do that, just let me know. Just like,
They usually some guy on Google Plus sends me text messages on Google Plus. Free software, free software. I say, oh, great.
Ollie, let me help you out here.
Oh, great.
Everything goes on sale or becomes free after I pay for it full price.
All right, there you go.
So just let us know when you're paying full price, and we'll look for the free stuff.
Exactly. I'll tell you as soon as
Yeah.
I buy something, wait a week or two, then you get it on a discount or a
It'll go
sale.
on sale, yeah.
awesome. Yeah, just
There
let
is
me know.
There is an app called Free App, I think it's called, and it tracks the whole thing and checks for anything that's on sale, and it checks for anything that is free.
Hmm.
Yeah,
you look
actually,
like
I was
spare
playing with that app. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, I have it on my.
This one I like a
iPad.
lot.
There's an Android version. I have an Android version.
Is
It's
there?
called free
No,
app.
it's on my iPad upstairs. That's why. Okay.
This is the equivalent of a supermodel getting rolling a supermodel around in dirt on the
App
beach.
free.
They love to do it, though, don't they? It's
Yep.
You enjoy it when they're
This
doing
is a show horse that was set up for a workshop and then ridden and turned out and washed and everything, and then turned into its stall. And the trainer was like, "Yeah, she's gonna roll." And so I got, you get this really nice glow in the hide that you wouldn't normally have from a dirty horse, because it had just been groomed and washed. So, and you get this moment where the horse is like, it's her time. So it's really a cool little moment where she doesn't have to be on anymore.
no.
So I enjoyed that. That was from a workshop that I did.
Tanny, your mic isn't very loud.
What?
Your
mic
mic
went
isn't very loud.
Did it do that again?
And
Again.
And
You
then
have
I've
to
got
put your
one
decoys on.
more tasty.
That one's nice.
That's from Grassy Waters. I was running a workshop out there. I think that's like a 30-second exposure.
On the iPhone?
Nope, no iPhone.
I was gonna say, what
It'd
app
be
do you
all
got for
noisy.
that?
It'd be all noisy.
I was going to say you're pretty cool to be able to hold steady for 30 seconds.
I can do it. I have the grip of death.
I know. I know. It's like the guys that shoot micro shots and say they take shot it all handheld. Holy cow, I can't even hold the camera up for one shot, let alone for 10.
Yeah, I know. What I do like about this one is I really wanted to capture the breeze that was coming across the water, because it was kind of skipping over the trees, where you get that reflection,
Yeah.
and then hitting the middle of the pond and coming across. And then it was bouncing off again, so the lily pads were all still.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that I would get something like that.
Yeah, the color transition is awesome.
And you get that
Exactly.
kind of sweeping motion in the
Yep.
gel surface sweep, don't you, when it comes across, just appears.
So I was really just trying to get the wind in that shot.
Nice. Okay,
There we go.
that one is worthy of a 50. I'll give you that.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Definitely there. That
William,
one
do
would
you
look
have
nice
any?
in one of those light boxes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, I'm going to do some aluminum prints as limited editions, but they're definitely going to be certain tonal ranges and colors show up in aluminum better, like blues really show up.
Yeah.
So
And obviously silvers and stuff, they'd look awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
Is that
So
my time?
who's next?
William, what do you got for us?
So William's back.
See if I can.
How much time we got left, Keith?
We're pretty much over.
Oh, I'm sorry, William, but
We're over
gonna have
before I shared, huh?
to.
Admit it, Keith.
Let's just squeeze in one photo real quick.
All right,
Like 2
come on,
minutes.
William.
All
Chop,
right.
chop.
Chop, chop.
You got it.
Can you see that?
Yes.
All right, that's your one photo.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Goodbye.
Where is the
Awesome.
Thank you. Good night.
Where is
So
that?
that's a wrap, folks.
Wait, where is that, William? And
That
then
is Zion National Park on the Zion Mount Carmel Highway. I was out there early in February taking some pictures, and this is my blog post for tomorrow. So I just got finished processing it.
Nice.
Cool.
night?
That is sweet.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great sweeping colors, like it.
Mm-hmm.
well, I had one more, but I'll save it for next week.
All right, you do that.
Next week I'll bring you my HDR cats.
No!
Yes. HDR Cats.
Yeah, that's my band name.
HDR Cats animated GIF.
So
all
let's tie up the recording and then we can do the after.
Okay.
right, sounds good.
We're coming to you live from Google Plus. Thank you all. It's been an excellent show.
You got it.
Good talk. Good shares.
No one died.
Yep.
And no one died. This is always a good hangout when
Our
no one died.
standards are high.
Yep. Everyone lived. Everyone got out alive.
That's right.
You got it. Thank God for the distance, because I think you guys would have slapped me at some point.
There's an icon.
There's no slapping in Canada.
Right, we're too nice for that.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. Well,
Thanks,
thanks everybody.
Thanks for tagging in.
Like
It was a lot of
y'all.
fun.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Keith.
Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista.
Had a good time.
William, what is your blog? So we can post that on the Google Plus.
It is williambeem.com. It's B-E-E-M.
Awesome.
I have to end this hangout unfortunately quickly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's end it. End it.
Thank
Bye.
you.